Welcome to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. We are here every Saturday to highlight local entrepreneurs and small business owners and to learn how they succeed to build their businesses from the ground up. What are their challenges and what are their victories? Jeanette, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning and happy birthday.
Thank you, Jeanette. Today is my birthday. I turned 49 today.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know, people go like 50 is like halfway through life, but they forget that most of us don't live to 100.
Yeah. My grandfather, we had good genes on my dad's side. My grandfather was 95.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, Swedes live a long time, too. So my kids are planning for me to live to 120.
yeah, I can see that. You got a lot of energy.
Well, you know what? It was like when I was having my last child out of 7, and I was 45, about to turn 46. And the OB said, well, your mom, anyone that can have 5 kids after, 35, she's supposed to live to 120. And all the kids going, yay! And I go, no, mom can get hit by a bus, okay? So, any plans for your birthday?
You know what? As of right now, probably not. We might go out to dinner tonight.
Oh, nice.
But
what's your favorite food? I mean, I know you love skewers, but I mean, is it Italian or do you like?
I think it's Italian. I love chicken parmesan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to a place a long time ago. It was called Alfredo's, and they sold out, and the owner got into real estate. But he used to make the best chicken parmesan. It was a small business on the corner of Tully and Stoddard, right next to the MJC Caddy Corner. Mm-hmm. And it's awesome. So I like the small businesses that serve that. Like I go to Vito's quite a bit in Turlock.
Mm-hmm. We've been there together. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, I used to, when San Francisco was a place you could walk around.
Yeah.
So years ago, I think decades ago, I used to love going into the Italian district.
Yeah.
And they would have these small Italian restaurants with what's called family style. You couldn't have your own table. It was these long tables and everybody just sat down and ate together. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, that was like perfect. Well, happy birthday to you.
Well,
so what does that make you? What's your sign?
Leo. I'm a Leo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You know what? Aren't Leos supposed... God, I'm going to insult half the population. Aren't they supposed to be kind of like superficial, wanting really nice things? They want nice watches, they want rings, they want stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
And you're not like that at all.
That, no.
Maybe you're on the cusp.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe one of the reasons
but
why.
But they are supposed to be very like, they draw people around them. So you're in the perfect line of work here.
I do that.
Influential and...
Yeah. According to my personality, I struggle with.
But personality changes.
Yes.
Yes.
It does. And my goal was to book out the show for the rest of the year. So I'm working on that.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So I want to get that done early this year. So then it frees up, more time to, I can look forward to 2025 and just be a little ahead.
Oh my gosh, just this year's going by so fast.
Yeah.
I was just counting how many months left until we have to do closeout for the year.
So I had a birthday special going on, and I was knocking $200 off.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so instead of charging the regular price, it's $200 less. If you're interested, if you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, text me at 209-896-6500.
And you know what? Yeah, I was talking to an entrepreneur.
Give you the details.
I was talking to a business owner, and that was the nice thing. We were talking about how...
There's Kurt.
Oh, there's Kurt.
Making an entrance.
I was talking about how this isn't like an infomercial or anything else, because business owners are always thinking about, how can my business profit from this? And I go, this is really, they get to know you.
Yeah.
It is the introduction and information on how people got started and how their information to other people about their business, their family, is really getting to know the business owner.
Yeah, and I think it's a great opportunity for people just to kind of introduce themselves. I don't really call it marketing. I mean, you can classify it as marketing, but I don't really count it that way.
Well, we market ourselves every single day. I mean, to sell anything, the person first has to believe in you. You know, so you have to sell yourself. Just like with me in insurance, anyone can get insurance anywhere. But then insurance is really important because you're protecting, everything you work so hard for. And when something goes wrong, do you have an agent you trust, or are they going to say, oh, well, that's an 800 number. You got to call this, or et cetera. Or do you have someone you can call and ask a question of? Happy birthday to an Italian restaurant.
Yes.
One in mind for tonight?
Not yet.
Because we can make a reservation for you right now on the radio. Hold the spot open for Justin Duncan.
Well, and then I love steak too. I'm a steak eater. But the one thing I've noticed about steak, actually, let me do this really quick. You listen to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. And so the one thing with steak, what I've learned from Marisol is it doesn't digest right away. So I'm only allowed to have it once a day.
Once a day steak. Okay, well, that's, to most people, once a day steak, unless they're carnivore. And I need to get into the gym more too. So I hear if you eat steak with tomatoes, sliced tomatoes, it helps in the digestive process of the proteins.
Oh, okay. I'll have to ask her about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to have Cassandra back on today.
Wonderful. I like Cassandra.
I do too. So she put her article in the Turlock. She's going to talk about that. And I haven't read it yet. I know you sent me the article, but I've been so busy. Oh, okay. Well, it's in print. I think she's bringing the print today. So
okay, fabulous.
Yeah, so we'll take a picture of that, and I'm looking forward to that actually. So I know she was just on, but she's ready to come back on. So we'll have her come back on, and then maybe once at the end of the year she'll come back on too. So.
Oh, great. See,
yes.
I love to see successful people be successful, and she just has so much energy and
does.
Moving forward, and she's really making that magazine a success.
Yeah. Yeah, she gets to travel a lot, too. I'm a little jealous of that. Yeah.
And she gets to go to all these wonderful things, like she tells me about, I went to a country club, and I went to these, because, she's got that press pass.
Yeah. So anyway, we have Kurt Gonzalez, who records our show for us, along with Tiffany Alex. But Kurt is going to be going on vacation at the end of August, so we're going to be missing him, I think, for about hopefully just a week.
And where's he going? I'm always so I'm locked in my office. I'm always so excited to. Where are you going?
So he's going to Florida, and he's going to send pictures. Yeah, so he's going to send pictures of him in his Speedo for us. So
sweating to death.
Yeah. Him and his dad have matching Speedos, so I'm waiting to see that. So.
Yeah, Kirk's dying right now. He's going like, why, Justin?
Yeah, well, Kurt and I go back and forth, so easy to say. Kurt will get me back eventually, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
All video. He's going to put a blue light on you, making you look like a zombie.
So I want to give a quick shout out to Tiffany really quick.
Hi, Tiffany.
She has done an excellent job with our social media. She has been posting every day, and I got to talk to Ignacio about her this week. But she has done an excellent job, so she's going to get a good review from me. So she is taking that, basically off my shoulders. So I was supposed to do the social media. The one thing I noticed with when you start a business, so I'm a solo entrepreneur. But when you start a business, like you want to delegate to people. Oh, yeah.
You can't do everything.
You can't. No.
And you find people that are good at doing those things. Like I've talked about before, and my husband was an excellent painting contractor, but knows nothing about accounting. Don't do the accounting if you don't know the accounting.
Yeah,
Get someone else to do your accounting.
Yeah, and I have Michelle Gallagher that does my accounting. So, she takes that off my shoulders. So, but I created this business, and I just never realized, how much people it needs and how it grows.
So for Tiffany, this is going to be like her report card, huh?
Yeah,
So what kind of grade is she going to get?
Oh, she'll get an A+. I mean, she has been doing great. I'm not even, shy about saying that.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, she has done a great job. So keep it up, Tiffany.
Yes.
So,
yay,
right.
Tiffany.
So we have Cassandra when we come back, and Cassandra Augusto, and she's going to talk to us about the magazine, and we were just featured in it, so we'll probably get a copy of that too. I'm looking forward to that. I'm excited. It's a birthday present.
Birthday day.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. And then today we have Cassandra Augusto. She was just on recently, but we're having her back on because we were going to talk about I say our magazine, but it's actually your magazine that you featured us in. So I am looking forward to seeing that. We saw a preview of the magazine, at least I did. I think Jeanette still hasn't looked at it yet.
I'm sorry, I've just been so busy. Thank you, Justin, for calling me out. I was going to say, great article, Cassandra.
So anyway, just wanted to say thank you for that. I'm looking forward to that coming out. That's coming out this August, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I'll have copies for you guys. So
Okay.
Well, that's
good.
this month, August.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to share those because we featured Victor Gomez. We featured Dr. Aaron Kiesel. Who else we feature in that? There was somebody else that we featured too.
the lawyer, right?
Yeah, that was Victor.
Oh,
And
that was
then-
Victor.
Yeah,
And then Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Rick.
Okay, and then Cassandra we featured too.
Yeah,
so,
Cassandra, thank you for
Yeah.
bringing in all these copies of the other magazines.
You're welcome.
And I mean, I love the animal segment in the back of the magazine.
It's so fun.
Everybody loves to have their animals, in print. So, I mean, does anyone ever contact you about wanting more copies or something? Because if my dog was in a magazine, I would just want to send it out to everybody.
Yeah. A gentleman just in this last issue has a Pyrenees cat who's been in the family for a long time. And it's his baby. And he was like, can I have an extra 10 copies? I was
10?
like, sure.
So if I wanted to feature my dog,
Yeah.
I could just have you just take a picture of me and my dog.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just send us a little bit about the
best
information.
way is what? It's going to the dog training with, isn't that what the article is about? One of the local dog trainers, or
Yeah, so we have Forrest, and he is incredible. He has
Yeah.
so many great stories, and we put his business profile in there. But yeah, and he too has a bunch of dogs, obviously, because he trains, but then he owns dogs.
does he do rescue?
Yeah.
Because I know people that rescue, they end up with a lot of dogs.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But he does really well with trying to find them a home or relocating them. So, and then he trains them. So even if you do adopt a dog that he has, they're already trained. So
Now
just
watch
keep
me
that in
spoil
mind.
that in
Well-
about 3 weeks. They'll be on the
Yeah.
sofa, up on the bed, and begging at the table.
So I would love to use Forrest, but he said one of the things about using a service is you have to reinforce that.
Yes.
And
See,
I
would
think
ruin
he'd
it.
have to train me as a owner because my dog, he runs the house, and I'm getting another one too. I haven't told my dad yet, but
Well, yeah, because your baby needs a friend.
yeah, exactly.
Dogs
so
get
I'm
lonely.
going to have two.
Yeah.
So so when you feature us in the next article, I want to have pictures with me and my two dogs.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Send us a
so-
picture, send us some information, some of the
right.
quirks about your animals, your pets. We love it.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah,
But
I think-
what's funny about Forrest is he even talks about it's easier to train a dog than it is to train a human. So he's always that's the hardest
Well-
part is teaching the owners to instill what he's taught the dog.
Well,
Yeah,
he's-
it's all about the
Yeah.
training the owner, right? That's what
Yeah,
I've heard.
exactly. And Susan, I talked to Susan about it too because my dog before, Elvis, he was another one that ran the house, but he was in the SPCA for 3.5 years. I'm actually going to write a book about him. But he was in the SPCA for 3.5 years, and it took about a month for him to get used to us. And then after that, he was a great dog. But you want to talk about a dog that had some quirks, and I was afraid to take him to Susan because he didn't interact well with other dogs.
Yeah, that's Canines on the Move, Susan Sipper.
Yeah.
That's where I take my little Kona when I have to go on a business trip.
Well, and then that's where I take Bowie. So Bowie goes there. He gets groomed. He gets washed. Doesn't like his nails clipped, but he does really so Bowie is a social dog. So he I think he's going to really welcome having a friend in the house.
He'll
So,
enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at these beautiful magazines you brought in for us today because our magazine articles, for the August this month hasn't been printed yet, right?
Not just yet, but soon.
And I'm looking at these covers and I'm looking at the articles inside, and I mean the photography is gorgeous.
Did we get a cover?
Not on the front cover,
No.
but So what we do with the front cover is they're a family from Turlock. So it's really great because when people live in the community, they look at that and they're like, oh, I actually know this person. Like, or, oh, my daughter goes to school with this family. Like, so it's just a great way for like, one, to get people engaged
right?
into, I get to know the neighbor, but who takes the photos is Kirk, Lightspeed Graphics. He's incredible. So,
So what if you used to live in Turlock?
No. It's to get to go your neighbors, you know? It's like, what is the name of the magazine?
Neighbors of East Turlock.
Yeah, exactly, Justin. Okay. Now, we are the Small Business View where it's businesses from all over the Central Valley.
Yeah.
And that's where we feature all the people that are small business owners. And so we let them get to know them through personal interviews. And so, I mean, I think we kind of go hand in hand. Cassandra with the magazine of families, local families get to know them, and ours is local businesses.
Exactly. So we're kind of parallel, but we're the same. So,
Yeah.
So you're listening to Small Business Voice with Jess Duggan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Our guest today is Cassandra Augusto. You can reach her at 209-620-4707, or you can email her at caugusto@bestversionmedia.com. And her business is Neighbors of East Turlock. We just said that. That's the magazine. And it goes to East Turlock, and it features small businesses. And I'm really looking forward to seeing us in the magazine. So,
now the circulation is about, what,
3,000 of the residents. Yeah.
Wow. Turlock has grown so much. I mean, I'm old, but I remember when Turlock was a place where you just stopped to get gas.
Yeah, 28's not old, Jeanette.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So,
Speaking of age, happy birthday, Justin.
thank you, Cassandra.
Grattis på födelsedagen.
Super exciting.
Oh, yeah. 49. Next year is going to be the big one. So,
All right, we're going to have to do something big.
We have to get a stadium for all your fans and all your friends.
All right.
And hey, we should do something like that.
Yeah.
You know, my new position with Gold Star is events coordinator.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I'm actually looking forward to 50. I mean, I still got another year, but, you know, when I was getting close to 40, I wasn't really looking forward to that one. But 50, I'm more accepting.
What is the hardest one? I think for 20-year-olds, when they hit 30, 30 is the big one where they're going like, oh my God, I'm now 30. I'm out of my 20s.
Yeah,
It hit me. I'm 31. I turned 31 in April. So I finally hit my first year in my 30s. But when I turned 30, I was like, oh, not a big deal. But as the year was going on, I'm like, it's a big
30.
deal.
Oh, man.
And that's the whole thing, too. I had one of my employees. Gosh, she's been with me for 2 years now. But she walked in, still dressed in her like black pants, white shirt, and apron from Olive Garden. And she said, today is my birthday. And I realized I don't want to spend the rest of my day being a server. Will you please give me a chance and hire me? What do I have to do to be an insurance agent? So, I mean, to her, it was a very big deal. That 30, hitting that moment of 20s are gone. What's my future going to look like?
Yeah.
And when did you start the magazine? I mean,
Right before I turned 30.
see, so was that kind of like thing? It's like, if I don't jump on it now, time goes by.
Yep.
And I hear that so much from entrepreneurs that a certain point in their career, before they have the career, they have the job. And then 30 hits, and that's when they're saying like, oh no, I'm not doing this for the rest of my life every single day. And the next year going, please, sir, can I have more? Can I have more money, please? You know, and they're saying, this is it. I got to do it now while I'm young, where I can still fail, right?
Yeah.
But failure's not an option,
Well,
right?
so I want to commend you because I didn't start my business until I was in my 40s. So it was 2018. So I don't remember how old I was. I think I was like 43, 44, something like that when I started mine. So, and I was kind of waiting for my kids to
Yeah,
grow
see,
up
that's
a
what
little bit.
happens. Usually, if you haven't had children in your 20s, what happens is at 30, for example, if you don't do it then there's marriage, there's kids.
Yeah.
Can't take the chance now. Got to wait till the kids grow up. Got to wait till they're, and that's the whole thing too, especially with, let's say, moms that say, I'm going to go back to work once they're in high school. No, that's when the kids really need you. Do not leave that 13-year-old alone.
Yeah.
Unsupervised.
And I think it was a little different for me because I was separated and I had my daughter young. It was more of like, I got to figure this out. What am I going to do? The only person I can rely on is myself.
Yeah.
So I was already in that entrepreneur world, which we kind of talked about, doing a lot of, solo businesses. And I think I was just waiting for the right thing to come in. And I think that's another thing too, is not settling, like not just being comfortable with where you're at and like taking a chance on yourself. And I think that's the scariest part is, okay, I'm about to do something completely different. And again, that afraid to fail, but you're never going to succeed unless you try. So, and I think that's something that's always been instilled in my brain is to continue to find something.
I want to give Gold Star a plug really quick because when I was going through my issues last year, I was ready to quit, just because with everything going on last year and the support system, it's like, hey, look, you're going to get through this.
We're all entrepreneurs. Yeah. We cannot have another entrepreneur. We have to keep us going.
Yeah, exactly. So people stepped up and said, they were supportive and said, no, you're going to regret quitting basically,
they're
just
there
keep
for
on going.
You and your business.
Yeah,
because they
exactly.
know it's going to benefit you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We didn't really get a chance to we talked about you, but not really the magazine. So we're going to keep you on a little bit longer.
And I love the fact that also people that are out there listening, if they've ever been on that thing, it's like I'm about to turn 30. Make that leap. Make that jump. There are people out there to support you. There are other business owners. We want to see small business owners succeed. So thank you. And that's why we love featuring people that, like yourself, doing it.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to have more of Cassandra Augusto from Neighbors of East Turlock. You're listening to the Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. Stay with us.
CISPRO Innovations, connecting local businesses with local families. Display your services and products with our pay-as-you-go optimized website design program and boost your brand's online presence with our affordable social media marketing tools. To learn more, visit our website at CISPROinnovation.com. That's CISPRO, SISBRO, innovation.com.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out to us for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. Pull up our past shows on the iHeartRadio app. Just search and follow the Small Business Voice. And my wonderful guest host is a fellow small business owner, Jeanette Forney. Jeanette owns Allstate Insurance Agency in the Central Valley in Turlock, California. So call Jeanette at 209-667-2222 or email her at JeanetteForney@allstate.com. And our guest today is Cassandra Augusto. She is with Neighbors of East Turlock, and her phone number is 209-620-4707, or you can email her at caugusto@bestversionmedia.com. Do you prefer phone call or text?
Either way.
Either way?
I always have my phone near me.
I prefer texting. I know you prefer texting too.
Yeah, because if they don't get me, because I'm always on the phone and things like this, then a text message, I can look at it and see who's there.
Yeah.
Now, the office number, that's not a text number. So
No.
the 222, when they end up calling that one, they should just say, speak to agent, then go straight into my office where all my staff are, and they can get a message to me. But we're here about your magazine. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are there, do you kind of like plan out, because, now the holidays are coming. And so are there certain things that you might be saying, if I owned a magazine, I'm always thinking as a business owner, yes, the October has to have something maybe with a pumpkin festival, or it has to have something with a, gift shop that specializes in Halloween things. So do you, how far ahead do you plan out the magazines? Because I'm looking at these, they take a lot of work, the photography, the interviews, everything. Yeah. So what do you have maybe coming up in the fall? And are there special ones that you really would like to have out there?
So what we actually did, our first magazine came out in October. And we like to feature people who live in that season. And so the first family that we put on the front cover, lives Halloween 24/7. So we love when we highlighted this family, like, and they're, oh gosh, I should have brought her magazine. It's beautiful. They're in this, like, their house is all decorated dark and they have like a coffin. Like, it's just super cool and unique. And I think that's what's cool to share.
Is her name Morticia by chance?
No.
Or,
no, she's actually she used to do my hair back in the day, so that's kind of how I knew
her.
her.
Hairdresser, and let me guess, is he like a tattoo?
No, he actually has his own business too, and he does some woodwork. But I believe he does something else. I can't remember at the moment. But we highlighted them. But even their wedding was at the McHenry Mansion, and it was "Till Death Do We Part." That was their theme. So it was all dark and like, she's so beautiful. They're such a beautiful family, but we love highlighting those types of families. So like even right now, me and my content coordinator are thinking, okay, we kind of did the Halloween this last year. So we want to focus on the breast cancer. So we actually are finding a bunch of women to highlight rather than just a family, and then put all their stories kind of together. Then come Thanksgiving, Christmas time, we're looking for a family right now that is obsessed with Christmas. Like I'm talking about people that play Christmas November, Christmas music November 1st. They decorate before Thanksgiving.
I know a family, their name are the Griswolds. And they go all out for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah. So are they in East
Are they in
Turlock?
Turlock?
Well, they could be. I mean, when they're on TV, they are.
But yeah, so we definitely think far ahead. Right now, we're working on the September issue, but keeping in mind that we have October, November, and December.
Yeah, with Christmas, I was just thinking about, when you buy a house and it's on one of those streets that's like a Christmas lane, where if you buy this house, even though there's no HOA, you have to decorate because, it's like the pressure.
Yeah.
How hard is it to sell a house on a
Turlock
street?
does have a Christmas tree lane.
They do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really nice.
Because Ceres has one. And it's pretty long, but Esto has a court, and they have this one house. I don't know if they still do it, but it was a court right off of Orangeburg Avenue, and I don't remember what the name was, but there was one that didn't decorate, and it just had a sign up there that says Scrooge's house or something like that.
God.
Clever.
Yeah,
they were lazy.
See, that's what I'd like to.
No, I would just put a sign up that says, I can't afford the PG&E with all the lights, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I like the one where it's Grinch and he's stealing the lights, where it's super simple, but it's clever and it's cute.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it is. Well, that's pretty cool. So
yeah,
you have a lot of men that be in favor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, too, because, a lot of men, well, I shouldn't say that, but a lot of men are breast men.
You're just going to get this show in trouble over and over again.
What? That's PG. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that was like my oldest son in high school for Halloween, dressed up like a doctor, and went to a party offering free examinations to all the girls.
Oh boy,
that was Daniel, not Ben. Don't give Ben a hard time. So it was nice that Justin, we have the show booked up for the whole rest of the year.
We're working on that.
And so, do you have pretty much a layout for the rest of the year of ideas and who you're going to do? And
yeah, so we already have September and October who we're highlighting. We have the business profiles. So the businesses that sponsor us, we highlight their story. So we have that lined up. I think the other stuff is just by month. So like the pet page, the calendar of events. That is kind of a little bit harder because a lot of businesses don't post until month of, and we have to have that information ahead. So what's kind of unfortunate sometimes is businesses post after our deadline, and then we can't include it.
So if you're a business out there, they need to contact you now if they're going like, I'd like to have something in the magazine. But if they want to be featured or something like this, and they say, hey, could you feature my business? It's going to be next year, right?
Well, if it's like an event that they're hosting, we'll put that in the calendar of events. Yeah. But if they want to, promote their business, anything like that, then we sit down and we can start their contract basically at any point and start their marketing campaign, get their business profile in there, get their story. That could happen at any point. But as far as the events page, as long as people email us.
Okay. So you're listening to The Small Business Voice with Justin and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. And we are here with Cassandra Augusto. She can be reached at 209-620-4707. And then you can email her at caugusto@bestversionmedia.com. You just sent me a bunch of questions to answer. So it was pretty straightforward. It wasn't really too hard.
Nope.
The only thing I had to do was I gave one story and you wanted more, so I had to go back and write more. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward. It was very easy. All you had to do was answer the questions and get it done before the deadline. So you have entrepreneurs out there that are listening in Turlock that are looking at the opportunity. It's an easy process. I just wanted to share my experience with you. So it was easy.
And we try to make it easy for all business owners because they need to focus on their business. And that's what we do is we handle all the rest. Like if someone's even like, I don't even have time to sit down at a computer and respond to these questions, I say it might be easier to do voice text response. Or I can come in and actually literally interview you. I'll record
she's
it.
Staring at me right now.
No.
Maybe. No. But no, we like I said, we make it very easy. And again, if we want a little bit more information, because we're like, oh, this is intriguing. I want to know a little bit more. Just like how you're the type that wants to ask more questions because you're curious. So same for us. We're like, hey, this is a great topic. Let's ask a little bit more questions because people are going to want to know more. So we'll go back and say, hey, do you have any more information? Or, if a family's talking about like their kids and they do a certain sport, like let's say rugby, and we're like, where's rugby?
Rugby?
Like, I'm just an example. I don't know anyone yet that does rugby. If they do, let me know. But stuff like that. So it's interesting. Like we have the martial arts guy that's on one of our issues. And
the guy with the sword?
Yes. Yeah, that was super cool. And I actually got quite a few phone calls from that, which was funny from the community. And there was this lady and she goes, oh man, it was really nice to see a strong guy in the front cover. It makes me feel safe in Turlock.
He patrols the streets at night. Right?
Is that a real sword?
Yes.
It is, okay, because it looks like it's plastic, but just from looking at it, it's,
I mean, for like the youngers, I think they work with like wood or something, but at some point,
practice.
Yeah, when they practice.
Turlock is expanding, and I mean, there's a lot of brand new developments coming up, and there's no place really kind of like to go in the West. So I guess East Turlock is expanding with new construction and new neighborhoods. So does that mean that your magazine is going to have to also expand, or? Probably,
yeah. And again, the more sponsors we get, the more homes we could add in, the more we can build on the magazine and share. And again, the publication is by the community and for the community. So a lot of the articles, a lot of the information is shared by the people who live in Turlock. So, and I think that's just what's beautiful is having the businesses support your community.
And that's the whole thing as a business owner. It is so hard to find the time sometimes to get out there and support your community. We pick a few things. We do Toys for Tots. But that calendar page, I want to encourage everybody. Get involved in your community. And here you have a magazine where it's got a calendar page of events coming up in Turlock. So go and support your community, support your neighbors.
Yeah, and we just had the county fair. And a lot of people didn't know it, but I sang, sold out. So...
That was your Elvis night?
Or they didn't know that you go early, a little bit earlier, and you get in for $5. I did that. I just went for like an hour, did what I wanted to do, and it was awesome.
Yeah. So, Cassandra, thank you for coming in. But
I'm excited.
Yeah, I am too. And then we want an update on your pregnancy also. So,
yes.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get you in first trimester or something. You can kind of tell us.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. All right. You listen to the Small Business Voice with Jess Nugget and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. And if you want to get a hold of Cassandra, give her a call at 209-620-4707, or you can email her at caugusto@bestversionmedia.com. If you're a business or a family in East Turlock that want to be featured, give Cassandra a call. I mean, maybe for Christmas, if you're that Griswold, family that wants to be featured, where you're have like a $2,000 electric bill because you have so many lights. That'd be great.
Love it.
Yeah. So anyway, you're listening to Small Business Voice with Justin and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Stay with us.
Daydreaming about you all day long. Radio's been playing all our songs. Just read your message on my phone. It's turning me on when you say.
This business tip is brought to you by Cispro Innovation. Hi, this is Catherine Ramos, and today we're talking about building credibility and trust. First impressions matter. The first interaction a customer has with your business is often through your website. Professional-looking website establishes credibility. Security is another aspect of optimization. Ensure your site has an SSL certification showing visitors their data is safe, further strengthening their trust in your business. CISPRO Innovation, where we help local businesses connect with local families. For more information on this tip, check out our blog at CISPROinnovation.com. That's CISPRO, SISBRO, innovation.com.
Welcome back to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Reach out for more information about our featured guests by texting 209-896-6500, or you can always email us at info@smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. You can always pull up our past shows on the iHeartRadio app. Just search and follow the Small Business Voice. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube, and connect with me on LinkedIn. And my wonderful guest host is a fellow small business owner, Jeanette Forney, owns Allstate Insurance Agency in Turlock, California. Call Jeanette for a quote or maybe just to review your policy at 209-667-2222, or email her at JeanetteForney@allstate.com. Community Corner is proudly sponsored by Lightspeed Graphics, a creative media agency specializing in video and animation. To get in touch with owner Kurt Gonzalez, simply text him at 209-617-2606 or visit his website at lightspeedgraphics.com. Let's talk about Gold Star really quick, Jeanette. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have the incredible networking event, and sorry, that's our audience cheering for us. So we're going to have our incredible networking event coming up on the 25th of October.
Yes.
So that is
this year is going so fast.
It is because.
I mean, look at Cassandra. She already has all the magazines all prepped for the whole rest of the year, and we're over that halfway point.
We're over the halfway point, and then I needed to get better with sales. I mean, that's something I struggled with, and then so I spent all day Monday pretty much just calling people, and I set goals to, like, I need to really book for the rest of the year. So I have a discount going on. It expires today. However, I might extend it. It's my birthday special.
Yeah, it's so nice if we just have everybody in like kind of in the can.
Yeah.
That we know who's coming up and just plan out the rest of the year.
Yeah. And that way we can just kind of get it done with. And then when we were talking with Cassandra, so Susan Simford with Canines on the Move, she is going to come back on this year. And,
I like Susan.
Yeah, but I need to call Forrest because he's been wanting to come on, and that might be a good segment for them to kind of, maybe come on together.
Okay.
Yeah. So, or, maybe back-to-back weeks or something like that.
And we do have, with the political season, coming up, we do have some representatives. Yeah,
we have John Duarte coming on later. I think he's going to come on in October. And then we have Enrique with, so if you listen to the station, you'll hear Evolution Heating and Air, and they'll talk. And
Dustbusters. I heard that one the other day.
Yeah. But have Evolution Heating and Air, like if you hear first there was men, then there was, and it goes, then you have air conditioning with Evolution Heating and Air.
And this summer, we really needed air.
Yeah.
It's been so hot, and it's still hot.
Yeah. So I'll give a plug really quick to Enrique because they do service my unit twice a year. They come out in June, and they come out, I think, in January, and
he put a whole brand new unit in my house.
Oh, did he?
My house would never get cool enough. And when at first I was told, like, well, your unit is too small for this size house. Mm-hmm. And then, but they don't make any bigger units for, a residential. So when he came out, he put in a unit that actually was able to be smaller, but he split my house, all the ductwork, everything to upstairs and downstairs. Uh-huh. And I can cool them separately.
Oh, okay.
So I can now just, in the evening or whatever, cool the upstairs only. And because, that's the whole thing. In Sweden, we have a saying, elda inte för kråkorna. And kråkorna are crows, right? Uh-huh. And it meant heat, not eld means heat. Don't heat for the crows by leaving the door open because there's no such thing as a heat wave in Sweden. But it would be the same thing. It's hot and you have the air conditioning on and the kids are leaving the doors open, running in and out, between the pool.
So
now,
my parents used to tell me that we're not giving air conditioner to the city or
So Enrique, he put in the system and says, this is what you need. And I mean, I just love it. And this summer especially, I mean, it's been, I wouldn't be able to sleep, when it's too hot, you can't sleep. They say the perfect temperature for sleep is 68 degrees. Yeah. And for me, the perfect temperature for living is 68 degrees or lower.
So
Tiffany's laughing here.
So I have my thermometer set at 72. Because I want to be comfortable in my own house. I mean, what's the point of being in the house, in your own house, and not being comfortable? So you listen to the Small Business Voice with Just Duncan and Jeanette Forney on Power Talk 1360 KFIV and the iHeartRadio app. So anyway, we do have Gold Star events Monday through Friday, and I got a chance to visit your club last Tuesday, so I enjoyed doing that.
Thank you. I had a battery problem with my car.
but it did give me the opportunity to visit that club. And
that's the whole thing. As a Gold Star member, you don't have to substitute for someone that can't make it.
No.
But that's how close everyone is. But you can also cross club, which gives you an opportunity to go with all these other clubs. And we have 14 of them. And my club has, I think, 16 members, all business owners. And
see, it was worthwhile because I got 2 referrals from your club. I got one from Susan and one from Enrique. So
I called Enrique the night before and I said, Justin's going to be substituting for me. Talk to him about coming on the show. Yes.
You know what? It's funny because we have people that are nervous about coming on.
He is.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to be gentle.
Yeah. And and people have expressed that before, but you just kind of forget once you get talking and you just kind of relax. Like RJ, for example. RJ did a great job.
And it's just people just want to get to know who's out there.
Yeah.
And when you get to know people, you want to do business with those people and you trust those people and you see they're just people. There's always a person and a family and kids and struggles and dreams behind being self-employed.
Yeah. So one time RJ brought his daughter out to my house and I think she counted like 14 cats, something like that, because I feed cats.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm a cat lady, and because
Well, what you should do is so it doesn't become 28 cats.
Yeah.
There's free neutering clinics for, let's say, feral cats.
Yeah.
And so they get to live their life out free. But what they do is they do neuter and spay them for free, and then they just kind of clip their ears a bit.
Yeah.
So that way, if a mean person out there starts trapping them, then they know, no, wait a minute, this is a cat that's had its shots and everything else, and it just lives free in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I need to look for that because we have babies in my bushes.
Oh yeah, and see, right now it's baby season. It's so hot, and we don't need to feed the coyotes anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't really have coyotes in my neighborhood, but
that's right.
But I have raccoons, so
yes,
and raccoons
I'm suspecting raccoons are stealing my tomatoes right now.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you a story about my raccoon. So I had a raccoon on my roof, and then
now it sounds like an Allstate commercial. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, this raccoon climbed on my fence, and then it got its leg caught in between 2 boards. So my neighbor told me about it. So I'm trying to figure out how to free this raccoon without getting my face ripped off. Because raccoons are really vicious. And
sometimes, though, animals in the wild, they know when you're trying to help them. But will the SPCA, and I know Modesto has a wildlife rescue.
It's a waste of time.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know what? I don't.
Well, I did take them a hurt rabbit one time, and they
If you take them an animal.
But they won't come out and rescue one.
No. And that's
how
the
about a
problem.
broom? Brooms aren't that scary, but maybe you can squeeze the broom bristles between and just push up.
See, I tried that. I had a crowbar. Then I was trying to get underneath its leg and push it up.
Well, you say it's a fence, right?
Yeah.
Can't you just cut the fence board?
Well, that's what I did. That's ultimately what I did. So.
So you have rescued the raccoon. I don't have to go over there to rescue.
No. No, so I
because I would.
I broke the fence board, and then the raccoon looked at me and gave me those eyes hey, thank you.
Oh yeah, they know.
Yeah. So and then by the time I got to the front yard, it was gone, which was good because I didn't want it to say thank you and then rip my face off. So but Yeah, because raccoons can be pretty vicious, and then
Well, any animal. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen a little 2-pound chihuahua attack a hand. Have you seen those YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Animals are animals.
yeah. So anyway, so we have Gold Star. If you're a business owner and you're looking to connect with people, reach out to Jeanette or I, and we can get you in a club. So,
Or our guest today, Cassandra, East
Yeah.
Turlock. I say
Yeah.
if you're in the East Turlock or Turlock area and you're a business, I mean, let people get to know you.
yeah, exactly. That's how you build relationships. So anyway, I want to thank you for tuning in each week. We look forward to having you back next week. Really quick, we are having a replay next week because we won't be here, but we'll be here every week after that. But I just want to let you know, in case you looking for a new show the following week, we won't be in. So sorry about that.
No, it could be a show that they've missed.
yeah. So
It's
yeah,
new to somebody.
it's still going to be a show, but just it'll be a replay.
Or if you didn't get the information you needed off of a previous guest, they can also go to the website.
Yeah. So anyway, so a heartfelt shout out to our dedicated producer Mike Murray and the general manager of KCBP Jim Costello for their invaluable contributions to our show. We also appreciate the hard work of our intern Tiffany Alex and Kirk Gonzalez from Lightspeed Graphic Video and Animation for capturing and inspiring our guests and their stories. If you're seeking assistance with digital marketing, don't hesitate to reach out to Kurt at 209-617-2606 or via email at kurt@lightspeedgraphics.com. Jeanette, thank you for joining me today and for your support of the Small Business Voice. And remember to join us every Saturday at 11 a.m. as we dive into the minds of local small business owners with even more insightful discussions. And a special thanks to our guest, Cassandra Augusto, for sharing her expertise with us. Now, let's take care of business.